Welcome back to Skegness Raceway. Going back to a little bit earlier in the evening now, the big race of the day, the National Championship for the National Mini Stocks, racing for the Gold Roof. And the pre-meeting favourite is number 180, Jack Witts. He's in pole position alongside the number 27 of Luke Siret-Barsby. Second row, number 77, Tom Earl, a gap where Leah Seeley, 475 should have been, she's a non-starter. Third row, 186 of Casey J. Jones and number 28, Josh Wilson. There are 26 cars out there in total racing for the Gold Roof. Let's go racing with the National Mini Stocks National Championship for 2020. Great start by Jack Witts in the 180 car, side by side for second. Tom Earl at the inside of the 27 of Luke Siret-Barsby. 20 laps the distance for this one. Of course, the Gold Roof is vacant this year because Tyrone Evans, who won it last year, and his twin brother Lewis are now in Brisca Formula One. They've turned 16 and moved on up. What an inspiration for these young racers to aspire to here. Bouncing up on the curb, a couple of cars there on the inside. Look how many of them there are. And wallop straight in goes the 414 car. That was Tom Dunn, I think, putting the bumper in. And the car into the fence is Harrison Careless Veal in car number 414. What a cracking name that is, I have to say. Harrison is out of the race in this one in car number 414, an early casualty of this gold top race. There's Josh Wilson, number 28, coming under fire from Casey J. Jones in number 186, last year's top novice in the National Minis, now up at red top. But it is the 180 car of Jack Witts who holds the lead. He's won the gold top race on 2 occasions in the past and looking to win it back this year. There's not many drivers in National Minis who can say they've won the gold 3 times. Sam Critchley gets spun out there in car number 64, left facing the wrong way. The leaders are going to have to try and avoid him. Jack Witts goes wide. Tom Earl up the inside, but the caution flags are out. The caution came out there just as Tom Earl was about to take the lead. I think he'll have to cede the lead position back again to Jack Witts. I think he took the lead after the caution came out for Sam Critchley's spun car. Well, there is Critchley, he's going again. I think the caution was actually for the 414 car of Harrison Careless Veal in the fence. There's the 180 car of Jack Witts in the lead. We're ready for the restart at 1/4 distance. Tom Earl in second. Away they go, those two have pulled away on this restart. Tom Earl getting ready to attack, lifting a wheel there through the first turn. This is good stuff from Tom, looking for his first big title win in the National Minis. He's right on the bumper of Jack Witts' car there. Into the home straight they come to start lap number 6. Third place is still Luke Siret-Barsby, number 27, and Tom Earl's got a run here on the inside coming out of turn 2. He's going through. Tom Earl trying to take the lead away from Jack Witts, and he's done it. Superb from Tom Earl in number 77. Witts will fight back, trying at the bumper as they go down towards turn 1. Here comes the 180 car. In goes the bumper. Wallop, out goes wide. Tom Earl, out to the fence you go, my friend, says Jack Witts, and Reed takes the lead, and Siret-Barsby is going to come through to take second place as well. Frantic racing at the front of the field in this one. Looks like Josh Wilson is there in 4th in the 28. There he is ahead of Casey J. Jones in the 186, the former Ninja Kart champion, or the very youngest of oval racers. Those 5 clear of the rest of the field. Here's some of the runners further back. 233, that's one of the Partridge siblings. That's Tilly Partridge, her brother Toby, also in this race. There's bumpers going in there. Freddie Hunter Johnson nearly gets taken round in number 20. His brother Finn also in this race. Finn had 3 wins last weekend at Buxton in heavy rain. Got 1 car on the centre, number 29, Gracie Squire, one of the leading ladies of the Formula, out of the race. Jake Woodhull at the head of this group further back. Jake Wilson, brother of Josh, in the middle of this lot, almost near the wall there. That was the number 51 car of Jolan Maynard. He's kept it going, the 51. Sideways again there, Freddie Hunter Johnson battling with Jake Wilson. It's frantic all the way down the order. We're only just over halfway through this National Championship race for the National Mini Stocks. There's 223, that's Toby Partridge. Race settling down slightly now. Jack Witts still in the lead in car number 180. There he is, lapping Jolan Maynard now in the 51. Plenty of push and shove all the way down the order, as we're accustomed to seeing from the National Mini Stocks. And Jack Witts in heavy back marker traffic. Freddie Hunter Johnson gets dumped into the wall there coming out of turn 4. Leader's got Sam Critchley ahead of him. I remember Sam hitting the tyres on the infield here at Skegness a year or 2 ago and did a nosedive, hoping to avoid that in this race. He's been lapped there by Jack Witts. Battle for second still between the 77 of Tom Earl, the 27 of Luke Siret-Barsby. But can Jack Witts claim an incredible 3rd Gold Roof in his National Mini Stocks career? You can only race National Mini Stocks for a maximum of about 6 years, so that is a remarkable record. And he's still not up to 16 years old yet. Will he follow his sister Courtney into Brisca F1, I wonder? She won so many titles in the minis in her career. Dad Ray Witts, a superstar of the V8 hot stocks and also Brisca F1, 45 in the wall there, and we've got caution flags out. The 45 car of Josh Spires out of the race. I did say that we'd lost Gracie Squire, but I'm just noticing she's still running. Thought her car was out on the infield. I think it's Ellie Mae Squire, her sister, that's on the infield there, number 92 in fact. So Gracie is still running. So is Jack Witts. Caution out for Josh Spires. That's the end of his race. The 45 car stuck in the wall. And we're getting ready for a restart here. Single file, 5 laps to go. Witts, Tom Earl, Luke Sirett-Barsby, Josh Wilson, your top 4. 180, Jack Witts gets his foot down. Away we go with this restart. Tom Earl shadowing in, trying to get the bumper in just as he did on the previous restart. Through turns 1 and 2 they come. At this time Witts has got away. It's looking good here for Jack Witts for another gold roof. Maybe we'll see him at the gold roof in Brisca Formula 1 someday, who knows. There's Finn Hunter-Johnson, number 120, getting a car stuffed into him there by Tom Dunn in the 171. That was Lewis Smith in 239. He gets spun out. Disaster for the Coventry-based racer. He drops to the back of the field. Here come the leaders out of turn 4. 3 to go this time for Jack Witts, the man from near Wigan in Lancashire. What a fabulous record in the sport the Witts family have. Tom Earl up there in 2nd place. That'll be a brilliant result for him and for Luke Sirett-Barsby in that very smart number 27 car. Wilson still 4th. And move up the order as well is Callum Thornton, the British champion in number 68. He's had a quiet race by his standards. They're coming round to start the final lap this time of the National Championship for the National Mini Stocks. One car pulling off there, Tom Dunn in 171. But it's going to be a win by the look of it for the 180 of Jack Witts. Here's the battle for 2nd on the final lap. They're not going to catch the 180 though. Here he comes around the final turn to win the gold roof for an incredible 3rd time in his mini stocks career. Jack Witts is national champion. No longer number 180. He will be number 1 once again on his next appearance. Witts wins it. Tom Earl 2nd. Luke Sirett-Barsby 3rd. But what an incredible record that is for Jack Witts. I think only one other driver has won the gold roof on 3 occasions in this formula. That was Stephen Treherne several years ago. He went on to race in Formula 2s and then into circuit racing. But Jack Witts, a superstar in the making in stock car racing in the UK. What an incredible record. 3 gold roof wins in national mini stocks. Congratulations to him, taking the win ahead of Tom Earl and Luke Sirett-Barsby. Josh Wilson, a good result in 4th, ahead of KCJ Jones. Callum Thornton, the British champion, 6th, ahead of Tom Birchenough in 7th in 211. Charlie Tomlin, number 290, was 8th. Henry Robson, recent final winner at Buxton, 9th. And Tom Rogers, number 277, rounding out the top 10. Well, back with the Formula 2 boys and girls then for their grand final. 30 cars out there. There's one car that originally qualified, didn't make it out for this one, Philip Mann, number 53, so Amy Webster comes in as a replacement, I believe, for this one. 182 Jack White and 376 of Daz Seneschal on the front of the grid. All the superstars have qualified. Liam Bentham, Charlie Ginshaw, John Palmer, our earlier winners, Dave Polly, Aaron Vates, Luke Wrench. Rob Speaks out there as well, on his home track, quite literally. Ben Lockwood out there, Harley Burns, Harley Thakra. Jess Ward has repaired her car for this meeting final after that wallop at the end of the Constellation. I'm really looking forward to this one. 30 cars out there for 20 laps of racing under the Skegness floodlights. Into the yellows there, Jess Smith with Craig Driscoll. Here we go then. Jack White will lead them off along with Daz Seneschal. Green is down and away they go. It's Jack White in car number 182 who goes into the lead on the first turn ahead of Daz Seneschal in the 376, who tries to attack as they go into the back straight. All the attacking will be being done by the higher graders further back. Seneschal up the inside will take the lead at the end of lap 1. Paul Dobson in there as well in the 224 car. Leading yellow top is Craig Driscoll in 251. As the yellows fight it out, not the best of getaways for Jess Smith there in the 390. She's dropped a few spots. Rest of the pack head through at the back there. Jess Ward along with Harley Burns in the 992. There's Rob Speak. Behind him, Amy Webster. So being sent wide in there, David Shearing, I think that is one of the blue graders, and wallop, straight in we go. That's Ben Bate in 161, trying to keep it going there. I think that was Shearing, in fact, who put the bumper in on him there. Well, Ben Bate, sparks flying, trying to keep it going. You won't get much further though. Look at that front wheel, tucked underneath the right front corner of the car, and Ben Bate very much out of the race. 376 then, Daz Seneschal from Jack White in second place. Coming through for third is Craig Driscoll, very experienced oval racer in a variety of forms of stock cars, coming through into third. The yellow grader next in the order behind the third of the whites there. He's settling down now. We're still up to third place, chasing Jack White for second place then. Still Daz Seneschal who leads. There's Rob Speak ahead of Dave Polly. Speak and Polly, two of the greatest names in UK oval racing. Dave Polly, of course, the son of George, one of Britain's greatest ever hot rod racers. Craig Driscoll now moves through past Jack White up into second place. It is the 376 car that continues to lead. Dave Polly under fire from Aaron Vate, a skegness specialist in 184. They pass the damaged car of Ben Bate. He's very much out of the race. There's John Palmer getting the bumper in on the 560. Dave Polly gets taken wide as well by Graham Fegan in the 998. It's getting pretty heavy in the midfield here. This is allowing Daz Seneschal to build up a bit of a lead, but I saw yellow lights there, I think, in the background. Yes, the caution is out. So the caution comes out. Every time Daz Seneschal gets a break at the front of the field, we go caution. There's the reason why. Josh Weir in 736 has stopped at the end of the home straight. His car in a dangerous position, so that'll have to be removed. Ben Bate drags the remains of his car onto the centre on three wheels. So Seneschal stops. Hasn't had much luck with the caution flags tonight. Craig Driscoll second, it's Jack White. I think it's Dan Roots fourth in 776. There's Paul Dobson, he was fourth, has dropped back into the pack. So there's Roots, the green car in fourth position. So he gets back underway then. As Seneschal gets his boot down and away into the lead. Dan Roots will go straight through into third. Here's a battle back in the pack. Really starting to overlap and sort themselves out. There's Billy Webster in 226. Tricky to keep up with the action, these frantic meeting finals at Skegness this season. Craig Driscoll trying to catch our race lead. Now he's got a good run on this restart, tries to get the bumper in into turn one. But still Seneschal holds him off. This is a good drive by the white grader. There's Seneschal. Driscoll has a look on the inside. Third place is still Dan Roots, and then a solid scrub of cars behind for fourth place. Craig Driscoll has a look up the inside again down the straight. This time he's got through. Craig Driscoll takes the lead in car 251. Dan Roots up into second. Seneschal goes down to third. I think he's slowing up there. Seneschal's in trouble. He's out of the race. Oh, what a shame. A luckless evening for Daz rather. Here's a battle between 488 Liam Bentham, 184 Aaron Vate, 560 Luke Wrench and Dave Polly in the 38. They're too busy battling each other to make their way to the front of the field at the moment. Let's see who's going to move up and challenge our race leaders, the yellow graders. 4 and 5 abreast in the pack. This is great stuff. There's Jess Ward. She's got ahead of Jack White in the 182. Dave Polly gets past Jessica Smith in the 390 car. They will see her sister Rebecca move up into the F2s with her soon. Both of them stars of national mini stocks in the past. You all know their family heritage, the Smith family from Rochdale. Bumper goes in on Liam Bentham from Rob Speak. John Palmer's in behind them as well. Some real heavy hitters in Brisca F2 in this battle, but here are the leaders. First and second for Craig Driscoll and Dan Roots, and there's only 5 laps to go now. Roots to the inside, coming through turns 1 and 2. They've got Ben Lockwood shadowing them in 618, and the battle's blown up further back. Wallop straight in we go. Palmer goes around. Luke Wrench, I think, put Dave Polly into Palmer there. Well, it's like Bellevue at the end of last season in November at the points decider. Goodness me. 776. Dan Roots, meanwhile, leads. Coming up on Palmer's recovering car there. Dan Roots moves him aside. He wants this victory. Ben Lockwood looking for his second Skegness final of the season. He's up there in second. And who's this coming into the picture? Charlie Ginshaw. Where's he come from? Up into second place in the 183, the consolation winner. Dispatch Ben Lockwood. He's going to do the same to Dan Roots. Well, Roots may have wanted this win, but Charlie Ginshaw wants it more. He wants his first final win from Superstar grade. He goes through with just a couple of laps to go now. Ginshaw leads, Roots second. It's Lockwood in third place. Then we've got Craig Driscoll. This is frantic stuff in this cracking meeting final under the Skegness floodlights. We come round to start the final lap. It's 183 Charlie Ginshaw, who bursts from nowhere into the lead battle. and he is heading for his first final win of his career from Superstar grade. He won the consolation, he's coming in to win the final. Bumpers go in on the final turn. Ginshaw's won it. Who's second? I don't know. I think it might have been Craig Driscoll, because Lockwood got dispatched by Dan Roots there on the final turn. I don't know who's finished second, we'll confirm in a moment. I think it might have been Driscoll, but we know who's won it. Charlie Ginshaw. He won the consolation, he's won the final as well. His first final win from Superstar. His luck has finally changed for the better. That's a massive confidence boost to young Charlie. He's only in his teens, and he's very pleased with that one indeed. Threw the car sideways in celebration around the slowdown lap, and now takes his lap of honour. That's brilliant from Charlie Ginshaw. Just burst from nowhere with 5 laps to go into the lead battle. Look, he's even power sliding on the victory lap. He's elated. Caught in a pile-up in his heat and had to go in the consolation. But finally his luck changes for the better. Ginshaw the winner it was, Driscoll second, and Dan Roots dispatching Ben Lockwood on the final turns take third. Billy Webster was fifth ahead of Rob Speak. Then it was Liam Bentham in seventh, Luke Wrench in eighth, and Dave Polly 10th behind Aaron Vate. Those little group having a massive battle with John Palmer, who got spun aside in the closing stages. Terrific stuff in our meeting final for the Brisca F2s.
Final winner, 183, Charlie Ginshaw. You said you were going to do it, and you did.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. My first meet off Superstar. I just wanted some consistent results, so it was no damage. Keep learning every time we get on track, and car has just been unbelievable. It's ridiculously quick. All I have to do is steer it and pedal it, but you know, I'm in disbelief really. And
I'm sure you weren't aware of it, but everything was kicking off behind you. There was some real good racing going on behind you.
Yeah, you know, it's stock car racing at the end of the day. All you got to do in this game is just get a break. Just get a break and just try and get forward as quick as possible. And once you got that break, you know, you've got so many good drivers, good stock car drivers behind you. Of course they're going to get a stock car race out of it, because that's what they come in for. So, you know, I was just more focused on getting forward. I had a bit of bent suspension from a club of defence up the top end, and I was just trying to keep it together really. And I thought, right, if I'm going to win this, I've got to take my chance.
And you mentioned there now that your car is so fast, it's on rails, so to speak. That's not just down to you, that's a whole team effort.
Yeah, I'd like to thank everybody who helps me. I'd like to thank sponsors, Green Recycling, Rob Smith. He's, you know, uncontinued support. It's just constant every time. It's just, he loves it. Beechwood Contractors, he gave me a load of sponsorship for tyres. Peter Brothers, you know, all the sponsors, everyone, RCE, everyone. It's all like, it's all a team effort.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Let's see if the Grand National All-Comers race can match that for entertainment. We've got no less than 33 cars out there on track for this one. All 6 of the Superstar graders, Palmer, Polly, Ginshard, Bentham, Vate and Wrench are out there. Charlie Ginshard, of course, will start from the lap handicap, having won the final, so he'll be in front of the white graders. See him there in the background. Big field of cars for this one. We've got 8 red tops, 5 blues, 6 yellows and 8 white tops making up the field for this one. There's Ginshard from the front of the white tops. Jamie Ward, Scott and Chris Masters will lead the field away for this 16-lap Grand National. Ginshard's got to catch up with the field, try and get in the top 10 for some bonus points. Away we go then, the green goes down. Ginshard sets off in pursuit. It's 881 of Jamie Ward, Scott, who's got the early lead as they go into the first turn. Ginshard goes out a bit wide there. He's not getting away from the white tops at the moment. He needs to put a bit of a spurt on here and catch up with the rest of the field. A couple of white tops selecting to start from the back, I note, in this one as well. A couple of novices. John Holden was one of them. 177 Chris Masters has slowed up as we look at the battle between the blues and reds. Early on, Billy Webster was on the attack there in 226 on the back of Ben Germany in the 190. Rob Speak is in there as well. There's a couple of yellow tops in trouble. That's Dan Roots, I think. Cloud of smoke from the back of his car. He's out of the race. We lose John Holden as well. I think that is on the outside of the turn there. Dave Polly getting the bumper in. That's on the back of Graham Fegan. There seems to be a bit of a feud between those two tonight. Wouldn't be Brisca F2 meeting if there weren't 1 or 2 feuds going on. There's Luke Wrench in 560, the silver top. We lose Dan Roots. We've already lost John Holden. So starting to settle in then. 3 wide there. 3-4-2 of Rob Jacklin up on the curb. That was John Palmer in the 24, making up for lost time here. We know he wants the lead of the national points at the end of tonight. They push and shove their way round. Your early leader still Jamie Ward, Scott in 881. He's got 903. Ben Spence behind him. Craig Driscoll, who finished runner-up in the final, is in third. Further back, Luke Beeson under fire from Rob Speake. Tristan Claydon just ahead of them, another of Ben Bates' old rivals in the Midlands in ORCI mini stocks. He's raced saloon stock cars as well. Through comes Rob Speake, past both of them. It's interesting, we've got Ben Bate, Tim Bailey and Tristan Claydon out there tonight. I remember seeing all of them start their careers in the Midlands in the minis. Places like my local venue of Hensford, Birmingham Wheels as well. Here they are all racing together again in the F2s. Halfway through this one, got a spinner there, that's Claydon. Claydon's tangled up with somebody. Can't quite see, it's a superstar grader, I can tell you that, it's Palmer. John Palmer's tangled with Tristan Claydon. Oh, disaster for our earlier heat winner. Claydon broken suspension, he's stuck on the curb. It's all happening in the pack. Look at this coming into the turn there. Rob Speake shovels Reese Winch in 4-1-1 out wide. He's going for Palmer now. I wonder if he realises Palmer's lost a lap with that tangle with Claydon. More bumper work going in there. That's Daz Seneschal under fire from Dave Polly. Luke Beeson in there as well. Charlie Ginshaw's making the most of all this to try and move up the order. Now Craig Driscoll and Jamie Ward-Scott were setting the pace. I'm struggling to keep track of who's leading in this one, I have to say. It's such a frantic race out there, I do apologise. We'll pick up the leaders in just a moment. There goes Driscoll, so he may well have dropped back. We lose Jamie Jones in 915. I think he's hit the infield tyres there. Jason McDonald getting the bumper in on Aaron Vate in 184. This is frantic stuff. Behind them, Charlie Ginshaw. So he's moving up the order very nicely indeed from his lap handicap. Pick up the leaders hopefully very shortly then. There's only a few laps to go now in this Grand National for the Brisca Formula 2 stock cars. Struggle to follow the leaders because, as we say, we haven't got our electronic lap timing tonight. 524 Michael Wallbank's got a puncture. He spins out and the yellow lights are on. The caution is out. We've got so many cars stranded all around the raceway. The officials opting to bring out the caution. So that'll give us a chance to pick up who is leading this race, I believe. Yes, it is still Craig Driscoll in 251 ahead of Ben Lockwood, now second. So we're about to get back underway. David Shearing is in third in 564. Then it's Rob Speake, so Speake likely to be the favourite on this restart. Ben Spence trying to warm his tyres up there, nearly hits the wall. Don't be too over-exuberant with the burnouts. Jamie Jones on the centre there. I think it might have been his car was one of those that brought the caution out. Still plenty of cars left in this race, getting ready for the restart, then waiting for the green flag, although Rob Speake I don't think did wait for the green flag there, just blasted from fourth to first before we'd gone green. I think he's going to be docked places somehow for that. Well, he's got the lead. Dave Polly coming through into second place in the 38s. But I think the steward of the meeting may have something to say about that restart because it looked to me as though Speakey went well before the green. There's a tangle, 287 Luke Beeson and 390 of Jessica Smith getting tangled up there. That's the end of their race. Dave Polly second behind Speakey. A few more cars have gone off up there on the turn. Dale Seneschal is one of them. Jamie Ward-Scott is another. They've gone into that pile-up starting with Luke Beeson tangling with Jess Smith. While Speake leads them into the final lap then ahead of Dave Polly. Ben Lockwood is behind them. They're coming in to take the checkered flag this time. Rob Speake takes the win on the track, but he may be docked places here because by my reckoning he jumped at that final restart. We will have that confirmed in a few moments' time as the rest of the pack come home to take the finish. We'll confirm the top 10 of course very shortly. It was Ben Lockwood who crossed the line third ahead of the rest of the pack. Good effort by Craig Driscoll as well in the 251, the yellow grader. If it hadn't been for that restart, he may well have held on to take the win. Well, there is Rob Speake. Just awaiting confirmation on what the steward of the meeting is going to decide here. I reckon Rob Speake will be docked for that quite clearly jumped restart. We'll just await official confirmation of that. Yes, it does look as though Rob Speake is going to be docked places for jumping the restart, and it will be Dave Polly who will inherit the victory in our F2 Grand National. Dave Polly heads around on his lap of honour then. He inherits the Grand National. Rob Speake docked 2 places for jumping the restarts. So Dave Polly keeps up his challenge for the National Points Championship this year. He's won the Silver Roof in the past, of course. The man who raced 100 meetings in a season to win the Silver Roof. a few years ago. He takes our final race win of the night. Rob Speak, Doctor, third place behind Ben Lockwood. Luke Wrench, fourth, ahead of earlier leader Craig Driscoll. Reese Winch, a good sixth, ahead of Harley Thakra. And then David Shearing, Charlie Ginshaw from the lap handicap, doing well to get up to ninth. And it was Harley Burns who rounded out the top 10 in our Brisca F2 Grand National.
Grand National winner, 38, Dave Polly. Controversially, it seems, after Rob got docked for jumping the start.
You think if you owned a track, you'd get away with jumping the start, wouldn't you? No, he was a little bit eager. I was a bit eager, but he definitely passed the car before the green, so he wasn't very happy about it.
No, we saw him coming off the track. He definitely wasn't happy, but it's been a good night's racing tonight for the Formula 2s.
Yeah, I think there's been some good stock car racing. Heats was a little bit sort of roundy, but final was good, and that Grand National seemed good, so yeah, it's a fun night.
Skeggy under the lights is always good.
Yeah, you can't really beat it, can you? It's, well, other than Shale. Shale beats it, but as tarmac goes now, you can't beat Skegness of an evening.
Well done.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, looking at the points at the end of tonight, it is John Palmer with a fairly clear lead, despite his problems in the final and Grand National, ahead of Charlie Ginshard and Aaron Bates, with Dave Polly's winning the Grand National, moving him up to fourth, ahead of Luke Wrench, but still a fair few meetings to go in 2020. Well, that concludes our action from Skegness here tonight. Well done to all the Brisca F2s and the National Mini Stocks. Congratulations, Jack Witts, on his Gold Roof win. Thank you very much indeed for watching tonight our Brisca F2 action from Skegness Raceway. Bye for now.